To kick the bucket.
To kick the bucket is a funny way to say that someone has passed away or died. It's a colorful and informal expression used to talk about someone who is no longer alive. Instead of saying the word died directly, people might use this humorous phrase to make the idea of death a bit lighter or less sad. So, if someone says, "Grandpa kicked the bucket," it means that Grandpa has passed away.
We were sad when our pet hamster kicked the bucket, but we remembered all the fun times we had together.
When their pet hamster died, they felt sad, but they chose to remember the happy moments they shared with it.
When Grandma's goldfish kicked the bucket, we had a little ceremony and said goodbye to it.
This means that Grandma's goldfish died, so they had a small farewell ceremony for it.
Our old car finally kicked the bucket and stopped working, so we had to get a new one.
Their old car broke down and couldn't be used anymore, so they had to buy a new one to replace it.
The tree in our backyard was very old, and it finally kicked the bucket during a big storm.
The old tree in their backyard fell down and died during a storm because of its age.
In the movie, the old pirate captain finally kicked the bucket after a long adventure on the high seas.
In the movie, the pirate captain passed away after a long and exciting life filled with adventures at sea.
The superhero in the comic book didn't really kick the bucket, he just pretended to be defeated to surprise the villains.
In the comic book, the superhero didn't actually die, he faked it to surprise the villains and win the battle.
When the toy robot's batteries ran out, it looked like it had kicked the bucket, but we just needed to replace the batteries.
The toy robot stopped working because its batteries were empty, but they could make it work again by putting in new batteries.